What's up, YouTube? I'm just on here today to give y'all a little video. I'm not gonna do nothing too long, but um, the reason why I don't want to be an owner-operator, a truck driver, owner-operator, own my own truck, own my own rig, own tractor trailer. I don't want to ever do that again because I don't want the headaches. I don't want the overhead. You know, there's a lot of overhead in it. You know, you be making money, making good money, some weeks at a time, and then we have a breakdown, and that's thousands. Get ready to pay out thousands. Plus, you got your little tow bills you're gonna pay out. You're gonna pay out on average $800. You get it towed to the dealership, you get fixed. You know, and there's always something, always permits. You got to re-up on permits, base plates. You always got to do something. It's like it's just irritating. I don't want to ever do that again. I'm better off company. I think it's best to stay company. You know, those companies can handle it. They got multiple trucks. They got a lot of trucks. They want to break down. They don't feel it. They got 300-400 or 3,000 trucks or more. They don't feel breakdowns as much. You know, and it's still a tax write-off whether you got 1 or 1,000. But you know, just to me, it's just not worth it. You know, I made good money. I made good money in the business doing with my truck, but I spent out a lot of money on maintenance. And the final straw was $9,000. It was years ago, and now today that would be about $25,000 or $30,000 to fix. But the last straw was $9,800. It was $9,800 to fix it. But I just said no more. I can't take it no more. You know, trucking has its ups and downs. You know, it's not consistent. Not consistent weeks. You up and down paychecks unless you're on a dedicated route. But no, I don't want to own my own truck again. I don't think that's the wisest thing to do. I'm a company driver now, and I like being company. I like the company pay. I got more of a consistent check with this because of the route that I run. I'm on a dedicated route, and you know, I just think that it's not worth it when you own your own truck. You know, all that money you got to put down. But they gonna want 20% down usually, and then then you putting all this money down before you even took in the load, before you made any money back. You putting money in. But that's just my perspective on it, my views on it. You know, some drivers out there are making it with that, but they give you their gross. And you ask how much they make, they tell you what they grossing. They gross $3,000, $4,000 a week, or $5,000 a week. But they're not able to tell you what they're netting after fuel, after insurance, after truck payments, after you set aside some money for maintenance, because you're going to have breakdowns. You will have that. You know, they're not telling you that part of it. And what I've learned too is you got to hustle. You got to get out there and roll. You know, you give up some of your life to be at home with your family. You can be out there on the road rolling, or running that dedicated route rolling. You know, it's gonna take a toll on you, on your time, and you know, it's gonna cost you too when you break down. It's gonna cost you a lot of money and time. But that's just my views on it. So I don't want to be an owner-operator ever again, or a truck driver own my own truck ever again. I don't want to, some people can make it work. I couldn't. I don't want to put negative views in somebody's head because it didn't work for me, but it is what it is. It's just, a lot of people I know, it just doesn't work for it. It didn't work out. There's the maintenance on those things, and there's the headaches, and the overhead. Let's put it that way, the overhead on it. But hey, you guys take care. Like and subscribe to this video. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if your experiences you had with the truck, if you had any. Let me know. But let's keep rocking. But go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.